What's up, guys, and welcome back to SCUM. Now, I know a lot of you wanted me to start working on the island base, and that was something I wanted to ask you guys about. Do you want me to just jump into that and we can start building a base over there, or do you want me to naturally, make our way over there? We're going to be aiming towards that, so we're trying to make our way over to there. But do you want me to go ahead and, kind of do this naturally where we're going to, like, hit the airfield and, we still need to find a working vehicle or put one together, hit the little town here, maybe check the castle in this town and then get over here? Or do you want me to just start working on a base over there? So let me know in the comments. I'll probably also post a poll about it. Actually, I'll probably already have posted a poll about it by the time you see this video. But let me know. But for today, we are still looking for a vehicle and possibly some more gear and ammo. So we're just north of the airfield here. I'm hoping that I can maybe find a vehicle or something in this little town here. There's a gas station up at the top of the hill, or not a gas station, a convenience store that usually spawns vehicles. So we'll see what we can find there and then hit the airfield, and maybe at the airfield we will find us some NPCs for a change. They are on the server. Also, I am currently running the sawed-off shotgun that we found back at the cement factory because we have a decent chunk of ammo for it, and then also the revolver. So if we do happen to run across some NPCs, hopefully we can take care of. Dang it! Hopefully we can take care of them. No, I don't want to start by rocking a shotgun. But I'm also using the new bow that I found in a cargo drop that I got off camera while going towards the lake over here. Sorry I didn't record that, but you guys have seen me get cargo drops a bunch of times, so I figure you don't need to see every single one of them. But if you would like to see more of the stuff that I do off camera, let me know. Like I said, I try to just kind of keep things. I hear you over there. Oh, hi there. Shut it. Ouch. That, looks a little painful there, buddy. I'm sorry about that. Can I have my arrow back? Thank you. Got any screwdrivers in here? I mean, I can take that and make a lockpick. That's something else. Generally, anytime I find, you know, a bobby pin or a safety pin or whatever like that, I'll take it. Just because, hey, free lockpick. You know what? I'm not trying to get stuff like that right now. We have some things like that. Now, if we find any kind of lead plates, I will get that because we need to start making some chests, don't we? And the metal chests are the goodest chests, so we're going to try to make some of them. You guys have been telling me I should start just making a chest before I go into a POI, and that way I have a place to drop loot until we can get a vehicle put together. And that's a very good suggestion. I just never remember to do it. So I'm going to try to do better about that. Also, let me know what you guys are thinking of our puppet numbers currently. Wow, that was just a massive miss on my part. And that's why generally I don't bother with, like, the better arrows like this, because you guys see how bad of a shot I am a lot of the time. Gonna end up losing most of these good arrows. Now, that said, this time, I'm not going to be, yeah, sure, we'll take that. I'm not going to be avoiding the traders like I normally do. You guys know... Uh-oh. You shush. You guys know I normally avoid the traders. That was a couple of actually good shots for once. I'm not going to do that this time. I feel like we always do that. And I do it from a survival standpoint. Those are not good condition, and I'm not going to use that rifle, so... But so we are going to use the trader this time around, and that will give us a better reason to collect loot and such. Do I have a thing of nails and bolts currently? No, but like I said, we don't have a lot of inventory space currently, so I'm not going to really bother with that at the moment. And with, the over-encumbered mechanic now, that kind of causes some issues occasionally. I don't know that I'm going to bother checking all of the just houses. Right now, we're primarily looking for a vehicle. Or vehicle parts, at least. Like I said, we have that Leica out there. Well, Silverlock, you're valuable. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to bother checking all of the houses. There used to be sometimes a vehicle spawn over there, but I don't see one anymore. That's unfortunate. Oh, this is different. Man, this bow is so much better than that crappy improvised one. I'm not sure why I'm coming up here. There's no reason for me to come up here. Also, I do apologize if you guys can hear the notifications for Discord. I have tried turning those off, and yet it still makes the noises, so... I don't know. Dang, I'm actually doing well with the bow today. Look at that. I should probably not say anything, because that'll utterly destroy my credibility with it, because I'll start missing. Now, again, for those of you just joining the series, I have hordes turned off, but we have puppet numbers increased, I think, as much as we can. It's a single-use lockpick. You know what? Sure, why not? But I have my puppet numbers maxed out, and I have my my multiplier, the encounter multiplier, maxed out, which is set to 3. You can't increase it further than 3. And we also have low player count mode on. So we have lots of puppets, but we just will not trigger hordes. And I have it that way because the hordes, in my opinion, don't make a whole lot of sense. You can go through an area like this with your bow, clear it out to where there should be no more puppets left, right? And then something happens. Ooh, is that a usable tractor? You trigger a horde. No, it's not a usable tractor. Drat. You trigger a horde, and a bunch of puppets spawn where there weren't any puppets before. Shoot. Well, at least it didn't go far. So I just don't like the hordes. Now, on the multiplayer server, we do still have them on. So if you watch me do live streams on the multiplayer server, you will still see hordes because we have them on over there. We're fiddling around with the settings, though, so that may change in the future. We'll see. I already have a rebar cutter. I don't really have room to carry a rebar cutter. You should just have grapes. Yep. I don't need those right now. Tractor door. Not what I'm going for right now. The tractor can function without the doors. And I have yet to find a tractor, so I'm not super duper concerned about that. Okay, let's get up this hill. See if there might be a vehicular up yonder ways. And then hit the airfield, I think. Oh, this is new. There was not a house here before. There's a house and a garage. Oh, crap. Ooh. Interesting. There's really not a whole lot of point in searching these guys because I have a yellow screwdriver as well as a few small screwdrivers, but, you know. Yeah. Hi. Yeah, you guys can get through the windows, but you can't open the doors. That's another setting that I have for those of you that are new to the channel. Because it makes sense that the puppets could, you know, climb through the windows, you know, an open window. They don't have the dexterity to open doors. And, like, doors like this, I'd be fine with them being able to bash open. But it applies to all doors. The big sliding metal doors, bunker doors, you know, any kind of door. They can just smack it and it opens. Which doesn't make sense. So I have that turned off currently. Oh, also, something else I wanted to ask you guys about. And I will post about it. Oh, goody. Because I lost my driving gloves. I took them off back at the cement factory and forgot about them. But something else I wanted to ask you guys about. One of you suggested that for certain things in game that should be possible in real life, but they aren't in the game, such as putting a bicycle in the back of a truck, or towing, you know, a boat or something, that as a workaround to that, we could essentially, if we find something like that, you know, if it's a bicycle that we would, you know, throw in the back of a truck, and we have a truck to haul it, that we could use admin commands to destroy the bike that we find, and then spawn the bike at the place, you know, at the, wherever we would unload the bike, quote unquote, unload. Same thing with a boat. If we find a boat, you know, on a river or something, and we have a truck that could haul it, you know, or that could, in theory, tow it, then we can use admin commands to destroy that boat, and then, like, if we wanted to tow that boat to the, you know, the C3 lake, destroy the boat that we find, and then spawn a boat at the lake, as though we had towed that boat to the lake. What would you guys think of that? I kind of like that idea because it makes sense, and it does something that we should be able to do but can't. What the hell? Oh, they made this go all the way around. Well, that's fascinating. So let me know what you guys think on that. I may post another poll on that one as well. But to me, that idea makes a lot of sense, and I like it. Oh, crap. Ouch! Shut up. You hit me, but it didn't seem to do it. I guess my vest took it? Vest didn't get terribly damaged either. What took the damage then? I mean, I'm not complaining. Whatever. Hey, I'm good with that. Thank you for not killing me. Now, give me my arrows back. How many screwdrivers do we have? We've got a decent amount. Oh, hey, I could be putting stuff in the jacket. Why am I not doing that? Stuffing everything in your backpack, you stupid. We're gonna need the backpack for weapons and such. Assuming we find anything. Also, one thing that I'm really looking for. Bobby pin box. Dude. Well, we have several bobby pin boxes. We still have 24 bobby pins on us, plus whatever stuff we've found. I will take the garlic. How we doing over here? We're okay. So I'm not going to bother taking the parsnip right now. But one thing I'm looking for, and I've got it on the multiplayer server now. So you guys may see that in the very near future if you're watching on the multiplayer server. I want an M16. Because with the DLC, you know, the deluxe, whatever it is, the new DLC pack that the developers added with 1.0, there's a variant of the M16 called the Apocalypso. And it looks really cool. It's got like a cobbled together wood stock, and like the forearm or the fore end is held together by like hose clamps and stuff. It looks really cool. It looks very post-apocalyptic. It looks like a cobbled together gun, and I like it a lot. They added that. They added a version of the SVD that's similar to that. That if you've seen any of the live streams, you may see Cornbread running that. Whoop, hi there. What? God, that was just terrible. And then they also have one of the sawed-off shotgun. I don't remember if you can use the sawed-off shotgun to do it, or if you have to do it with the regular shotgun, and then it creates a sawed-off shotgun. I'm not sure. So we may have to look into that, because those look really cool. I like them. Same kind of thing with like the mule, you know, the sawed-off version of the double-barrel shotgun. You know, I like stuff like that that looks like it's cobbled together, that, you know, looks like it's kind of post-apocalyptic. It's not a pristine military weapon anymore. It's, you know, something that has kind of been cobbled together. So, I'm really looking for those weapons, particularly the M16. Okay, I don't actually see anybody out here currently. Again, I apologize for the Discord notifications. I'm not sure if those come through on the videos or not. I believe they do. I apologize for that. I hope they're not too irritating for you guys. Now, they have reworked the airfield a bit. Where are you? I hear you. There you are. But like a lot of these Quonset buildings, you see right there, you can see how it's destroyed. And this fence, I don't remember this fence being here. Now, we have had reports on the multiplayer server of the high-end armed NPCs showing up here at the airfield. So, we may end up running into those. I kind of hope not. I would rather run into some of the more scavenger-type ones. But I believe in the server files, the just kind of scavenger-type ones are referred to anyway as drifters. And the more heavily armed ones that typically patrol military areas are called guards or guardians. I don't remember which exactly, but when is that could be a way to refer to them as well. For us, oh, I would like to take those binoculars. Well, we have binoculars. That's some valuable stuff right there. But yeah, you see, these are very, very different now. The hangars are a bit more worn down as well. Good Lord, this whole setup is different. Fascinating. Now, I know there's puppets in here. I'm not hearing a Mr. Happy, though. Oh. Oh. Airplane repair kits sell for a decent chunk of money. Hoping we can at least find some ammo and maybe some magazines in here. Hey, I have one of those. I believe I have a magazine for it as well. So that works. You see, you remember these used to all be, like, you know, these were all pretty organized. You had all of the stuff stacked along the walls, and there would be, you know, half a dozen puppets in here. I'm not going to bother searching these guys anymore. We don't have the inventory space, and we don't need these, you know, a little single-use screwdriver. Oh, I will take 9mm. Yes, please. We have some. Yeah, we had some. You, get down there. Make that ammo better. Oh, 45s. Yes, please. Could I find a Block 21? That would be great, because I have at least one magazine for that. I think I may have a couple. But I have a decent chunk of 45 ammo. So I would really like to find, you know, guns that I can use. That's a full stack. Oh, crap. I should have brought the MP5. So we may have to go try and make a wooden chest. Just a basic wooden chest to leave outside the airfield here. Just so we can get loot. Ooh, a car battery. The Leica that we've found has one. So, I don't really need a car battery. And I don't... Let's see. Yeah, I don't have anything to break it into lead plates right now, so I'm not gonna carry it at the moment. We'll see what else we come up with out of here. Yay, more stuff. Realistically, I should wear this for now, just from the standpoint of if we run into the armed NPCs. I've noticed they tend to aim for the head. Oh, yes. Geiger counter. That could be money. How much space do you take up? Not a tremendous amount. Okay. We'll take you. I really don't want that. I don't remember if the... I have a Deagle. I don't remember if it's the 357 or the 50, but either way, I don't want it. And just the magazine is not worth much. So, oh, you went down with one? Oh, hot diggity. Thank you. Yeah, I know, you're feeling slightly warm. But yeah, the other reason I'm trying to use the bow right now is because I don't know if, like, There's a happy. I don't know if the NPCs are attracted to noise. Or what exactly triggers them. So, if we can avoid gunfire... God, I like how fast these bows can shoot. And that right there is why I will not use the crossbow. Shut up, Happy. For those of you that don't know what I'm referring to as Happy, it's the explodey puppets. I call them Mr. Happies because they're always laughing. I know they're not actually happy. But I like giving things names. Ooh, yes, please. Yeah, we're going to have to build a chest. Ooh, that's a decent chunk of 9mm. Can I find another magazine for the MP5? I have one magazine. I have an MP5. I have an MP5 suppressor. Do I have a military... Yes, I already have one. And right now, I'm not taking a whole lot of stuff that's just sellable. Unless it's really high dollar stuff. Just from the standpoint of... I don't have room to carry it. Yes. Oh. Oh, just that right there was worth searching the airfield. Ooh, is that an assault backpack? Oh, it's a parachute. In good condition. Okay, now something like that takes up a lot of space. Damn it. Of course it does. Oh, how much room do you take up? Probably my whole backpack, huh? The parachute is in better condition than the airplane repair kit. I don't know what the parachute sells for, but the airplane repair kit at only 50% may not bring as much as I'm hoping for. So let's do this. And again, we don't need to be able to sell stuff at the trader. Oh, you take up a lot of room. I'm not sure that I can carry you. Shut up, Happy. I know you're laughing at my misfortune. Okay, I can carry that. Good. Okay, well, that's pretty much us full. Shut up. Oh, shit. Oh, sprinting is probably a bad idea. Nope, Happy's not chasing us. Okay. Give me my arrow back. Yeah, there's Happy. We got lucky with him not chasing us. And there went my arrow, but that's okay. Man, that was a really bad call to just open this door. I didn't expect there to be two of these guys just hanging around out here. Yes, I know you're slightly warm. These were different, too. There wasn't... I don't remember there being two... warehouse type things over here. Anyway, we are pretty much out of inventory space, so... Actually, I'm not even sure. Can I build? Do I have the stuff? I'm not sure if I have a tool to build. What do you need? Okay, you don't need a special tool. You need bolts, rope, plank. Okay, we can get that. We can get that. I don't have bolts on me. The other... Well, crap, I said planks. I can't make planks with the Bushman, can I? Well, shoot. Okay. Shoot. I know you're slightly warm. Let's see if we can find any kind of vehicle at all on the airfield. We're not going to loot anything else at the moment, even though there's lots of stuff to loot. Oh. You need a front tire. Pretty sure, yeah. Best bet would be possibly an airplane that we could store stuff in. But yeah, I'm pretty sure I need at least an axe or something like that to make planks, don't I? Well, I need that just to be able to cut down a tree to get logs, I guess. Unless there might be some planks up at the town. But let's see if I can find an airplane first. Or just another vehicle. Doesn't have to be an airplane, but airplanes are... Yep, okay, we got an airplane. Okay. For now, we can use the airplane as loot storage. Oh, shit! Ouch! Okay, we're gonna die. Yep. Ow! Shit. Well... That was stupid of me. I forgot there might be NPCs. Okay, well, huh. Yeah. Uh-huh. Where the hell are we? That way. I completely forgot that there might be NPCs, so I just sprinted in there like a doofus. Man, that was smart of me, huh? I don't know if I'll be able to sneak back in. They definitely had repeating weapons, so they were not using improvised rifles or pistols. Okay. Yeah, I really didn't think that through. I would like to be able to get my stuff back, though. Oh, good. I get to restart with this kind of gear every time I spawn in, though, so that's good. I guess. Shoot. I guess we need to make a new bow. Long wooden stick, small fry. Man, that was stupid of me. That was just really stupid of me. Well, those are the new armed NPCs. Now, realistically, that was just a bad decision on my part, regardless. Just from the standpoint of going in there as poorly armed as I was. Man, my vest and helmet did not do a damn thing to help me there, did they? That's really unfortunate. But that's okay. We'll see if we can get our stuff back. I have no idea what kind of gear those guys are wearing. And I also don't know if by the time we get back there, if our stuff is even still going to be there. If not, that really sucks, because we had a lot of good stuff. Oh, let me know what you guys think on the armed NPCs. I fully intend to have them on, but they are currently set to the default difficulty. Maybe I need to lower them down to be easier. Just from the standpoint of, you guys know I'm not good at PvP. So I think maybe we will go ahead and do that. Just lower their difficulty a little bit. At least until we get better geared. Once we get better geared to where we're not just running a bow and a revolver. Then we can up them again. But okay, so, like the NPCs here, this number doesn't really matter too much for single player as far as I understand it. It's more for multiplayer. But as you can see here, I have my puppet numbers maxed out, and the encounter-based character amount multiplier maxed out. You can only do it up to 3. And then... Where is it? Low player count mode is turned on. So that's why we have the decent number of puppets. NPC difficulty level. Let's put that on Weenie Hut Jr. And maybe we can get our stuff back. Maybe. Good lord. I really hate this. You know, it's like, okay, you spawn back in the sector. Great, except it spawns you quite literally on the opposite end of the sector from where you were. Very frustrating. Now, as per what you guys have requested, I'm going to leave this bit in, so you guys are going to have to sit here and watch me run all the way back over there. That way you guys can have an understanding of what type of footage I cut out. And so then you can decide for yourselves if you want me to continue cutting this kind of stuff out, or if you want me to leave it in. Because pretty much all you're going to see here, unless we get attacked by wolves or a bear or something like that, is Running Simulator 2025 with my rambling in the background just to pass the time. There's going to be a whole lot of me just running across an open field and then laying down to get some stamina back. Or crouching or whatever, you know, hiding in a bush. I had to pick the smallest bush that's not really a bush. Oh, yeah, I'm real camouflaged here, huh? I mean, technically, I kind of am with the green prison fatigues. But, the bow sticking up and my head and arms, they don't really blend in too well. But anyway. I do still really like the rework that they did on the map. You got a lot more rock formations and stuff out here. Just really nice, in my opinion. Probably makes off-road driving a little more tedious, but that's okay. Let's see, what is this little finger right over here? Just before we get to the airfield. What is this one? I can't remember. Oh, this is the firing range. Okay. There's sometimes a vehicle spawn over here. Let's check it. I'm not going to bother trying to check it for weapons. There's a happy over here somewhere. I can hear him. I just want to see, might there be a vehicular? No, there's not. That's unfortunate. Well, we're almost back to the airfield. I guess I could have checked this down here just to see if there might be any kind of rifles or anything like that, but if there are, we're not going to find, a rifle with magazine, with ammunition. Or at least I would bet $100 that we won't. And I'd like to get back to the airfield. Oh, crap. Hopefully before my stuff despawns, because I like all of that stuff that we had. We had some decent stuff. We had a bulletproof vest that's probably ruined now. We had a decent shotgun. I say decent shotgun. It was in decent condition. We had a decent chunk of ammo on us. So I'd really like to have that stuff back. So maybe we can sneak back in. But we shall see. Okay, almost there. But like I said, this kind of stuff here is the kind of stuff that you guys miss. This is what I cut out. It's just me running across open fields trying to get to places as quickly as possible. So, like I said, you're really not missing anything exciting. You're missing Running Simulator 2025. And you can see it's already added probably... I don't know. It's added several minutes already. And so I cut this out just to keep the videos a little bit shorter. So this may end up being a longer-ish video just because we're having to deal with this. Let's see. I don't want to go that way. I want to go this way. Hide in the bush. Yeah, I did not even consider NPCs being in there. My brain went straight to, hey, airplane that I can use for storage. Completely forgot that that we're not alone anymore. That there are other scavengers out here that want to shoot me in the face and take my stuff. It's like PvP, but at least they're predictable. And they didn't one-shot me, so, I mean, it was perfectly fair and legitimate. You know, not saying, oh, screw the NPCs, you know, no. That was my stupidity, plain and simple. Sprint into an area where we didn't bother clearing yet. Get shot multiple times and die. You know, that's a learning experience. Now, that right there is also why I do not really do permadeath characters. In the future, if you would like me to try a more permadeath approach, let me know. You know, to where maybe we do a little bit more kind of roleplay type deal, which I kind of do with like the, okay, there's the hangar. But like the 28 days, or 28 hours later series. What I'd like to do is be able to draw puppets into there to distract them. God, we're back to the really crappy arrows. Now, I don't know if I'm going to be able to take these guys out with this setup. And also because I'm not wearing armor now, they may be able to one-shot me. I don't know. I also don't know how much they roam, so they may not even still be in this spot. You know? Not seeing anything. Nope, they're still here. They are. Ouch! Son of a bitch! Ouch! I can't even draw my bow. Okay. We're not getting our stuff back. That's unfortunate. Okay, well, all our stuff be gone. Okay. Well. Damn, that's unfortunate. Sounds like he's having to fight puppets now, maybe. Unless he's still just shooting at my dead body, which is entirely possible. I mean, all of our stuff is over here in one of these sectors. I don't remember exactly which one. But, how about... Well, I mean, I guess I could go back that way because I do have some gear back that way. Let's see. I think... closest bet might be... Well, I don't want to spawn in the snow. That's the thing with C1. So, let's just go here. Okay, we're actually not too far from our camp, I don't think. No, we're up that way. Okay. Alrighty. Well, I think this is probably going to do it for this episode, just from the standpoint of we're not getting our stuff back right now. Unfortunately. So all of that stuff is gone. That sucks a whole lot. But hey, that's part of the game, right? But yeah, that one had a shotgun. And it sounded like another one had sounded like a pistol of some kind. So maybe an improvised pistol or maybe just an actual pistol. I don't know. Either way, we're basically starting over again, aside from, whatever gear we have back here. Oh, I don't have the ammo for that gun, no, do I? Drat, no. We have another revolver, though, so that's fine. We have a little bit more clothing and stuff. This way. Anywho, that's going to do it for this episode. So let me know what you guys would like to do for the next episode. Like I said, we can just kind of amble our way over here and eventually get to C3, which that's where I want to do my main base for right now. We're going to do a base on that island. How we do it yet, I'm not quite sure, but we're going to do a base over there. So that's where I want to get to. But let me know if you want me to just get us over there, or if you want to see the journey of traveling over to there. We're probably going to have to hit the castle just to get a better bow. And maybe we can find a vehicle in, like, this town or something. But we do need a vehicle and at least a better bow. So let me know if you guys want to see the journey over there, or you just want me to get over there and we can start on the base as soon as possible. Okay, we're pretty close, because there may be puppets back here. I'm going to have to make another bow. Excuse me, real quick, like, just so we can get back to the base, because there's probably puppets. But anyway. You know what, we'll get over there so that you guys can see if there are puppets. We can deal with them. I can ramble a little bit longer. But let me know what you guys think of the armed NPCs. Like I said, I think they'll be fine once I get better at dealing with them. They would have been fine from the get-go had I not just sprinted in there like a doofus. Those are small. Yep, okay. Also, I have debated, and I don't know if I actually want to try this or not, but I've debated about trying to, like, remove the puppets from the server and just have the armed NPCs. That's a decision for the future, but I think it could be an interesting way to do a season, or at least part of a season or something. But I kind of want to see how we handle the NPCs a little bit more before we make that decision. Would like a few more arrows, please. But they definitely make the game more exciting, that's for sure. Which is what I wanted. That's what I was looking forward to with the game. And like I said, they were predictable. I was just severely under-equipped for the task at hand. I will say I do appreciate that the NPCs at least announce their presence. Okay. Now we're good. Now let's get back home. Once we're home, I'll do an outro. There's the house. Now, I don't know how perceptive the NPCs are. What the hell? Oh, that was a goat, wasn't it? Oh no! I lost all my yellow screwdrivers to those assholes. Oh no! Oh, that's the saddest part. We had 2 yellow screwdrivers. Oh man. You know, I thought originally about taking the MP5. Thinking, well, if we run into raiders, we can, we'd at least then have some firepower. I regret not doing that now. Also, could you guys, stop trespassing in my front yard? Hey, quit stealing my pointy sticks. Thank you. Yeah, we'll take the crappy 9mm. We need all the stuff we can get now. I know there was another one. I saw another one. You just need wheels, right? If we can find another means of transportation, a bicycle or something, we could head over to the scrapyard and try getting some wheels. The problem is we'd have to carry them back one at a time. Now, there may be vehicles over there. Who knows? But, anywho, that's going to do it for this episode. And let me know what you guys would like to see for the next episode, as far as if we go do the start working on the island base, or if you want to see the journey of getting over there, or if you think we should maybe focus on trying to get this Leica fixed up, in which case we'll be going this away. And let me know your opinions on the NPCs. Also, let me know what you guys think on that idea. Again, I'll put out some polls. As far as, like quote-unquote towing boats or hauling bicycles. Stuff like that. Let me know what you guys think on that idea. There you are. I don't know why. Some days I'm really good with the bow. Some days I'm absolute and utter garbage with the bow. Today I've actually been pretty decent for the most part, aside from the few times that I just completely and utterly missed. But anyway. I can't think of anything else that I need to ramble about, so I'm just going to plug the links in the description. We've got St. Jude Children's Hospital and Wounded Warrior Project, both linked in the description. So if you'd like to support either of those charities, go check out those links. And then, buddy, where the hell are you going? I'm over here. Then we have my Discord server. Uh-oh. Ouch. Ouch. Ow. You asshole. We have my Discord server, where you can talk to me more directly than in the comments section on the videos. We have the... Uh-oh. What? Oh, it's minor bleeding. We'll be fine. They'll stop on their own before I die, probably. And if they don't, I'm not really losing anything. Um, oh, good, a cargo drop that I don't have screwdrivers for, so I don't care. Thank you, though. But we also have the Wolfpack multiplayer Scum Discord server. Linked in the description. That's where I do all of my live streams. It is a nice, chill PvE server. So if you're looking for something like that where the only people that you have to worry about shooting at you are the NPCs, go check that out. The link should take you to the server rules page. Read over those, and if it sounds like a good fit for you, message either myself, Necros, or Cornbread for the password. And we will get you set up. And then we have my wife's YouTube channel, where she does a myriad of videos, including rain videos and relaxation videos. She posts paranormal content over there, both informational and evidence that we have captured on our various paranormal investigations. And we do our family live streams over there, where we play games like Phasmophobia and Ghost Exile. So if any of that stuff sounds interesting to you, go check out her channel. And other than that, thank you guys so much for watching. And if you enjoy the videos, I would greatly appreciate you hitting that like button and subscribing if you haven't already. It really helps the channel. And other than that, thank you guys again so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one.